Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I am Sadia Hussain, lecturer, Department of Finance and Banking. Today I am going to discuss a board question from Chapter 12. My dear students, today I am going to discuss Chapter 12, Bank and Client. In this lecture, I am going to solve a creative question which is from All Board 2018. Here is the stem. Famous businessman Mr. Ali went away by wrongly keeping a check on the table, with a view to withdrawing money from the bank which was signed before. Servant of his house deposits this check to the definite bank, and bank instantly pays the check amount to the servant. Later on, Mr. Ali is thinking about the safety of check in case of transaction. These are the questions. First one is question number A. Mutual development is the main objective of which bank? This question is for 1 mark. Then, what is debit card? Describe. You have to describe this question because this question is for 2 marks. Then, question number C. What type of check was used by Mr. Ali? Explain. This question is for 3 marks. Then, what type of check do you think is the best for Mr. Ali in case of safe transaction? Show logic. This question is for 4 marks. Now, we will solve this question. Question number A was the mutual development is the main objective of which bank? Here is the answer. Main objective of chain banking is mutual development. Then question number B was what is debit card? Debit card is an electronic plastic card issued by a bank. By this card, clients can purchase something without cash and withdraw cash from ATM machines. Debit card is an example of modern banking as well as electronic banking. Then, question number C was what type of check was used by Mr. Ali? Explain. Mr. Ali's signed check was a bearer check. A check which is payable to any person who presents it for payment at the bank counter is called bearer check. Bearer check is a check where the receiver's name or its bearer is mentioned in the check. Bank usually provides cash in exchange of a bearer check. Mr. Ali is a renowned business person. To withdraw money from bank, he signed a check. He kept the check in the drawer mistakenly and went outside. His servant stole the check and took the money from bank, is compelled to pay the cash in case of bearer check. Mr. Ali's signed check was paid immediately by the bank to his servant, which means he signed a bearer check. So, the answer is bearer check. Then, question number D was, what type of check do you think is the best for Mr. Ali in case of safe transaction? Show logic. To do the transactions in a secured way, cross-check is the best option. A cross-check is any check that is crossed with 2 parallel lines, either across the whole check or through the top left-hand corner of the check. Banks do not pay cash for cross-check. Cross-checks should be deposited in a bank account. It is a secure tool for doing transaction. Mr. Ali put the signed check in the drawer mistakenly. His servant took it and collected the cash from bank because it was a bearer check. Bearer check is not a secure tool to do bank transactions. Mr. Ali is thinking about secured transaction for future. In case doing transactions using check, Mr. Ali can use cross check. If the check stolen by the servant was a cross check, the servant should not get the cash from the bank because cross checks are to be encashed through a bank account. Specified name of the receiver is mentioned in the cross check. So, no one else can get the cash from cross check. For these reasons, cross check is more secured. My dear students, that's all for today's class. If you have any kind of questions or queries, you can call me or we can discuss in our Zoom class. Allah Hafiz.